The episode starts off evolved with inside the rugged mountains in which a unique forces unit conducts schooling sports. They are 8 in range and are gifted with inside the woods. Unfortunately the whole squad is attacked through a few mysterious forces from all round. They haven't any manner to run from there as they're surrounded from all facets. As a end result the complete squad is being killed one after the other. The destruction is big and brutal. Many died in this assault and others have been injured badly. Then we're delivered through Andrei Shaimanov, a retired important and previous elite operative who's now dwelling a peaceful lifestyle far from the Navy. However, he is aware of the woods thoroughly. He has spent his lifestyles with inside the mountains throughout his missions. That's why he is aware of how to combination with the dust and emerge as invisible whilst the enemy is round. At the moment he's schooling by myself with inside the woods. He has his personal policies to combat the enemy. He is taken into consideration the nice strategist and fighter with inside the complete of the Navy. He has a female friend Nastia who's with inside the mart on the time forgetting something and a few bullies attempt to tease her. However, she receives a taxi and leaves from there without giving any solution. Meanwhile Shaimanov is approached through his former colleague Colonel Vernov, who informs him approximately the tragic incident involving the unique squad with inside the woods. He can't inform whether or not the group changed into attacked or if a herbal catastrophe like an avalanche or storm took place in that region of schooling. The complete group is lacking now and nobody has any concept in which did they move the squad change into doing a private project for the colonel, and that is why he could not move for an official interrogation approximately the group. He also can't get the seismological record from the government. That's why he needs Shaimanov for this project. He is aware of that Shaimanov hasn't gotten concerned in such subjects seeing that his retirement. However, he nevertheless requests him to assist him out with this be counted for as soon as there's nobody else who should try this activity. Shaimanov has to simply move into the mountains and look at what took place with the group on the opposite hand. The taxi driving force now attempts to molest Nastia. However, she has talents taught with the aid of using Shaimanov. She makes him scared with the aid of using her hidden pointed weapon. Seeing the weapon, the taxi driver doesn't hassle to tease her and drives her to the vacation spot competently. Nastia lives with Shaimang at an abandoned region in a bunker wherein Colonel Vernov is gift on the time the region is barren and there aren't any different homes close by. Colonel Vernov offers all the info to Shaimanov and tells him that he suspects an entire navy of smugglers in the woods whom he is asking Sadix, so it is probably the doing of those smugglers that his entire crew now vanishes from the mountains. The scene shifts to the smugglers who've captured of the squaddies of the unique squad alive. Now they're torturing them to expose the assignment of the squad with inside the woods. They placed the cockroaches with inside the pants of the squaddies and allow them to chew. The smugglers are certainly playing this technique with the aid of seeing the squaddies and ache. The toxins of the cockroaches paralyze the soldiers, decrease limbs. Soon they'll die of the ache in the event that they do not get the antidote to the toxin. The torture is very brutal, so one of the squaddies opens his mouth and well-known shows that they have been doing education periods with inside the woods. Then the smugglers meet a big businessman who's shopping something from them. The smuggler chief and the Protection Shield and Ray Donner welcomed him warmly and gave him a go-to to the region. They recognize this businessman a lot as he's shopping a massive lot from them. At that point Shaimanov traveled to the mountainous area wherein the incident came about. As he delves deeper into the research he uncovers proof suggesting that the squad's deaths have been now no longer unintended. However, they have been attacked with the aid of using a person. They have been ambushed from all aspects, after which killed brutally. The ones who controlled to live to tell the tale have been captured with the aid of using the culprits. Shaimanov smells the dust, sees the bloodstains on the stones and imagines the entire trajectory of the crew. He follows the stays of the footsteps with inside the woods and his inquiries lead him to a set of smugglers who are working secretly in the place. They are hidden absolutely from the Outdoor International. They settled there base right into a cave and armed squaddies blanketed it from all aspects. There is no manner to get into it and no person would suspect them on this desert. At first Shaimanov conveys the data to Colonel Vernov, after which takes pictures of a few sports happening on the mystery place of the smugglers, which includes the go-to of that businessman. After that he confronts the smugglers with the aid of going directly in or pretending to be a mountaineer. The guard sees him and lock him with a few different humans in a darkish cave room. There the injured squaddies of the squad team are present with some exclusive hostages. Shaimanov tries to find out why the one's hostages are present there, but he cannot find out any clue. Utilizing his combat schooling and strategic acumen, he engages in a series of extreme encounters with the criminals. The squad member isn't always kept in a position to walk, and that's why Shamang ensures him that he will come once more for him at the time he's now not taking the squad member with him. There isn't any doubt that Shamang is an expert fighter and shooter, and no one comes even near his competencies. He captures one of the smugglers named Vlav and takes him out with the useful resource of the usage of binding him with ropes. The way he binds the captive is also very admirable and shows Shaimanov's professionalism. He is planning to take Vlav with him, as he's privy to that after this place is compromised the smugglers will shift to 3 exclusive place, and Vlo want to have some statistics about that new place. Also, he can be helpful to Colonel Voronov in investigating the one smugglers further. Later we see Donner asking his boss to shift the place as speedy as feasible because of the reality now army can attack at their place. So Shaimanov was right about transferring of the place. Also they are planning to are seeking for all about Shaimanov and find out his vulnerable factor if any. At night time Shaimanov calls Nastia and asks her to go to bed as he will be coming with inside the following morning. He has some artwork to do with Colonel Voronov, but in advance then she goes to sleep. Some men in the vehicles come near her bunker. They are the men of the smugglers gang and they've got come to kidnap Nastia. Nastia tries to cow with the useful resource of the usage of turning off the lights of the bunker, but in the end she gets caught with the useful resource of the usage of the criminals. On the exclusive hand, Shaimanov takes Vilas off to Colonel Voronov at the house of a prosecution officer. They are planning to use this man to record a case in competition to the smugglers. Then it's far going to be clean to crack down in competition to the ones criminals. The next morning while Shamang reaches his home bunker, he notices some vehicles already present there. He gets suspicious of the situation and appears through a sniper gun for the capacity shooters watching for him. He reveals one and kills him. Then he comes near the bunker and gets attacked with the useful resource of the usage of armed men from all factors, but Shaimanov, being an expert with inside the fight, eliminates all of them very without problem. They are even present internal his bunker, but no one is left in the back of. After Shaimanov's entry, Shamang has eliminated all the men watching for him in his bunker, but his appreciated Nastia has already been kidnapped. He gets a Telecel smartphone call from Donner, honestly at that factor, who asks to fulfill him if he wants to save Nastia. On the different hand, we see the lady being injected with a few drug which makes her lose recognition, after which she is taken to a few unknown vicinity in an SUV. Shaimanov is with Colonel Voronov taking walks in the metropolis to fulfill a person who should assist them in this situation in opposition to those smugglers, but abruptly they may be surrounded via way of means of a few men on their motorcycles who begin establishing fires at them. As quickly as they see the duo, Colonel Voronov receives a bullet on the spot and turns into subconscious while Shaimanov kills 3 of them. The usage of the gun of Colonel. The 4th one flees on his bike. A child is looking the entire scene. Shaimanov desires to chase the escapee, so he asks the child to name for an ambulance. Also police sirens are approaching.